autoimmune disease characterized by inflammation and damage to various tissues and organs in the body.
SLE is an autoimmune disease, which means the immune system that is designed to protect the body from foreign invaders like bacteria and viruses mistakenly attacks its own tissues, affecting organs like kidneys, heart, and lungs. Yet, on the outside, they may appear healthy, making it difficult for others to understand the daily struggles they face.
Advocacy and awareness are crucial in shedding light on the hidden battles that those with lupus fight every day. In cases of lupus, the immune system can target and damage different parts of the body, leading to a wide range of symptoms and complications.
Lupus is caused by a combination of genetic, environmental, and hormonal factors.
Diagnosis of lupus can be challenging and its symptoms can mimic those of other conditions. Therefore, medical professionals typically rely on a combination of clinical symptoms, blood tests, and sometimes even imaging studies to make an accurate diagnosis.
Screening tools may be used, which include anti-nuclear antibody tests or ANA. This blood test looks for antibodies that target the nuclei of the cells. A positive ANA result may indicate the presence of an autoimmune disease, including lupus.
More specific testing for lupus is an elevation in anti-double-stranded DNA or dsDNA. Tests can be done for anti-Smith antibodies as well. Presence of these antibodies is also considered specific to lupus. We can also do measurements of complement proteins such as C3 and C4, and this may help in the assessing of the activity of the immune system. Low levels are also associated with lupus flares.
Kidneys are also commonly affected by lupus, so your doctor may ask for renal function testing and urine testing. So doing these tests becomes important in assessing damage. We can also do a complete blood count or CBC. This test assesses the number and types of blood cells. Abnormalities may be indicative of lupus-related conditions like anemia or leukopenia. In certain cases, we may do a biopsy of the skin or kidneys, and this can actually tell us about lupus-related damage.
X-rays, ultrasounds, and other imaging studies may be used to assess organ damage or abnormalities. It's important to note that the diagnosis of lupus is often a complex and iterative process.
But what are the signs and symptoms of lupus? We'll delve into more after this short break.
The best for your baby is at thebesttoys.com. From the best strollers, car seats, baby carriers, high chairs, booster seats, rockers, jumpers and bouncers, walkers, baby blankets, feeding accessories, bathtubs, gyms and playmats, playpens, cribs, baby swings, changing tables, diaper bags, clothing and accessories, and the widest range of educational toys.
Visit us at Forces Flagship MacBean or M6 Plaza, Endeavour, or shop online at dbesttoys.com. We have the best for your baby at the best prices.
At Athena Clinic, we're committed to helping you boost your confidence and live your best life. Enhance your appearance with a non-surgical procedure or optimize your health with one of our expert doctor consultations and diet and fitness plan. Call today at 282-2262.
Be the architect of your dream home at Richmond Park, Columbia. Choose your land and create the home you desire. Lots start from 5,000 square feet and homes from 1,700 square feet. First 7 lucky buyers get $50,000 off your purchase. Use up to $25,000 towards your down payment. Richmond Park, where home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. Prices range from 1.8 to 2.4 million. Mattress Main Road, Columbia, for 355-7703.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands free.
Welcome to Football. Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
Welcome back to the Doctor's Journal. If you are now joining us, we are discussing lupus, an autoimmune disorder. Now, to help us better understand this disorder and test how much you guys know, let's play a little game called
Lupus In. We have two guests with us here today, Ariana Rubin and Siobhan Rambarak. Hi, it's nice to have you here. So, tell me, what do you guys know about lupus?
I have a fair knowledge about it due to biology, so.
Okay, so we have a confident one over here. What about you, Siobhan?
I don't know much about it.
Don't worry, today you'll learn.
So the rules for Lupus In are simple. You will see lupus-related questions on the screen.
The first to press your buzzer will get to answer. You get 10 seconds to answer, and if you do not answer correctly, your opponent will get to answer.
Whoever gets the most questions right wins. So Ariana, Siobhan, are you ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
So, let's go. First question. What is lupus? A blood test, B, an autoimmune disease, or C, an antibiotic?
An autoimmune disease.
Okay, all right. So next we have, what is a common symptom of lupus? A chronic cough, B, a skin rash, or C, red eyes?
I want to say skin rash.
Okay, yes, it is skin rash.
Very good. Now, what's the rash associated with lupus? What are the features? How does it look like? A rash in the shape of a butterfly on the face. B, a rash resembling insect bites. And C, a rash on the hands and feet.
Dun, dun, dun.
The rash in the shape of a butterfly on the face.
Excellent. Wow. Okay.
Okay, she's doing well. Okay, so who is most likely to develop lupus? I didn't even say the options, but okay, A, men, B, children, or C, women?
Woman?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't want to leave that one to chance.
So, what triggers lupus flares in some individuals? A, exposure to sunlight. B, drinking cold water. And C, eating spicy food.
Exposure to sunlight.
Very good, very good.
So next we have, what is the most common age range for a lupus diagnosis? We have A, 13 to 19 years, B, 2 to 15 years, or C, 15 to 44 years. Wow, that was a quick all right.
C.
All right, 15 to 44, good.
Excellent.
Well, now that we've covered all the questions, the winner is Ariana.
Thank you.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it, guys? But lupus is a huge topic and there's a lot to cover.
Let's dive deep into the signs, symptoms, and risk factors of lupus. Now, lupus is quite notorious for its diverse range of symptoms affecting various parts of the body. Here's a quick breakdown. Now, one of the most common features one may experience is joint pain or swelling, which may mimic arthritis.
Skin rash is typically a butterfly shaped, may appear on the face, and is a common identifier in lupus.
Fatigue. Persistent fatigue is another common symptom impacting daily life and activities.
Fever. Fever, often accompanied by a flu-like symptom, may be also an indicator of a lupus flare.
Now, lupus may affect the internal organs with extreme inflammation. For example, the kidneys. The kidneys may actually spill protein or even fail. Heart complications, including pericarditis, where the sac that lines the heart becomes inflamed, or fluid may actually gather around the heart. The lungs, in terms of pleurisy, and even the brain can be involved.
Understanding the risk factors for lupus is critical. Let's explore. Lupus is more common in women, especially during childbearing years. However, it can occur in men and people of all ages.
Genetics also plays a role. If you have a family history of lupus or other autoimmune diseases, your risk may be higher.
Lupus is more prevalent in certain ethnic groups as well, including Africans, Hispanics, and Asians. Hormonal factors such as estrogen levels may contribute to the development of lupus, which can explain the increased occurrence in women.
Exposure to certain environmental factors like sunlight and infections may trigger lupus in susceptible individuals as well.
So how do we treat this intricate disease? Well, treatment for lupus is multifaceted. We will discuss this with today's guest right after this short commercial break. Sneezing, sniffling, scratching? Reacted to your favorite food? Think it might be allergies? We at Allergenics provide personalized diagnosis and treatment for food, drug, contact, and aero allergens. Call us today at 480-4362.
The best birthday gifts are at thebesttoys.com. Shop for the best brands you love at the best prices. Like VTech, Leapfrog, Fisher-Price, Play-Doh, Hot Wheels, Barbie, Cocomelon, LOL, Baby Alive, Crayola, Lego, Nerf, and remote control vehicles, kids learning desks, and educational toys.
Visit us at Force's flagship MacBean or M6 Plaza, Endeavor, or shop online at dbesttoys.com. We have the best toys at the best prices.
Welcome to Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
To enjoy spaces. You want some coffee?
Can I have
Perfect then.
That's exactly what we need.
Hey, who is this way?
Whatever you're here for, we're here for you. Stay smart at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Today with us, we have a very special guest, Dr. Keisha Davis-King, a consultant rheumatologist.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So today we are talking about lupus. So can you tell us what are some of the common symptoms a patient may present with?
All right, first of all, lupus is an autoimmune condition, and this is whereby the body's natural defense mechanism attacks natural cells. As such, the symptoms can be quite varied, right? So things that the patients usually report would be hair loss, rash, joint pains, muscle aches, fatigue, weight loss, swollen glands, change in colors of the hands, and a particular sensitivity to sun.
A lot.
It's a lot.
Because what they usually present with, what they think is lupus, is my hair falling out in chunks. So it's nice to know the other symptoms to look out for.
Quite a lot.
So what are the typical treatment options available to us here in our country?
So when I look at treatment options, I look at what patients can do for themselves and then what doctors can, or what we can prescribe, right? In terms of what they can do for themselves, I usually advise a healthy lifestyle in terms of a balanced diet, as well as some sort of physical activity. In terms of what we prescribe, so usually hear about steroids. A lot of our patients may be on steroids, but it's important to know that steroids is not meant to be for long-term treatment. Then from there, the type of treatment that we would step up to would be dependent on which symptoms is predominant at that time. So we have like the anti-malarials, we have methotrexate, Cellcept. So it depends on which organ is involved will determine which treatment we use.
Do we have any specific lifestyle modification or dietary modifications that you may recommend to your patients?
So what I usually tell my patients is to unprocess your diet as much as possible, because I think all of us should.
Agreed.
But in particular, there's no lupus diet. However, there is some benefit to supplements with vitamin D, as well as diet rich in omega-3s, such as the fishy oils, in terms of having some protective benefit for patients with lupus.
Okay. What are the potential complications and long-term complications that people with SLE might, want to be aware of?
So what I usually say, there are things that patients would report, which is like the fatigue, and then there are things that we look for. Some of the feared organ complications or the more severe aspects would be inflammation or lupus affecting the brain, lupus affecting the kidneys, or even inflammation of the heart and lungs. As such, at each time of a clinical consultation, we'll be assessing for these symptoms, even screening your urine, etc., looking for some of these implications.
Wow, that's some useful knowledge. So in terms of the complications, how often do you think like a lupus patient will go on to develop like a complication, a severe complication?
That's a great question, right? It's difficult for me to anticipate from time of first clinical presentation. So it depends on what you present with and which organ is involved. However, it is important at each clinical consultation that we screen for these different organ involvement.
And I guess it would have something to do with the patient's adherence to treatment as well too?
Yes, so adherence to treatment is very, very important. So this I'd like to stress on. And early intervention is also important. So once we establish some of these medications, for instance, like hydroxychloroquine, there is some studies that say it can reduce the risk of progression to other organ damage.
Is there anything you'd like to tell our viewers at home? Any last words you'd like to impart?
What I'd like to see, if you're experiencing any symptoms that you're not sure about, definitely see your healthcare provider so we can assess if it is indeed lupus.
That is very important. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello viewers, I'm Onella Selena, a registered dietitian and a nutritionist for Jameson, committed to your wellness over a century. Today, let's discuss managing lupus through nutrition, a chronic autoimmune disease that affects various organs and tissues. Nutrition plays a significant role in supporting overall health, and so incorporating anti-inflammatory foods such as fatty fish, which are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and colorful fruits and vegetables can help to reduce inflammation and support immune function. Additionally, vitamin D supplementation may be beneficial for individuals with lupus, as low levels of vitamin D are common in this population, and it may contribute to disease flares. Remember, while nutrition is essential in managing lupus, it's important to work closely with your healthcare provider to help develop a personalized approach to your care.
The best for your baby is at thebesttoys.com. From the best strollers, car seats, baby carriers, high chairs, booster seats, rockers, jumpers and bouncers, walkers, baby blankets, feeding accessories, bathtubs, gyms and playmats, playpens, cribs, baby swings, changing tables, diaper bags, clothing and accessories, and the widest range of educational toys.
Visit us at Forces Flagship MacBean or M6 Plaza, Endeavor, or shop online at dbesttoys.com. We have the best for your baby at the best prices.
Are you looking for a customizable studio space with green and widescreen cyclorama and professional production equipment to carry out your next big project? SGP Studios is the perfect fit for you. TNT's largest studio space with an overhead lighting grid and sound treated, perfect for television commercials, music videos, television programs, social media content, and film productions. We also have a wide range of production equipment available for rental. You can choose from a selection of Netflix-approved cameras, modern lighting equipment, professional audio gear, 40-foot and 20-foot cranes, gimbals, drones, lenses, action cameras, and more, all at competitive prices. Whether you need a high-end cinema camera for a feature film shoot, specialized lighting equipment for a music video, or audio gear for a podcast, we've got you covered. And with our easy online booking system, you can reserve the gear you need in just a few clicks. Check us out online at sgpstudios.com.
The best birthday gifts are at thebesttoys.com. Shop for the best brands you love at the best prices. Like VTech, Leapfrog, Fisher-Price, Play-Doh, Hot Wheels, Barbie, Cocomelon, LOL, Baby Alive, Crayola, Lego, Nerf, and remote control vehicles, kids learning desks, and educational toys.
Visit us at Forces Flagship MacBean or M6 Plaza, Endeavor, or shop online at dbesttoys.com. We have the best toys at the best prices.
Plumbing problems? Don't guess. Call Call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646. Proud to be serving Trinidad and Tobago for over 20 years. We do it all. Maintenance and repairs, new construction, sewer lines, inspection, drain cleaning, leak detection. We are licensed and insured. So call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646.
City 105 presents Soca Republic's Hula Cruise, Wednesday, September 24th. Calling all soca lovers aboard the iconic Harbor Master.
Boarding starts at 9 a.m. Reset sale at 10 a.m.
Limited general tickets are just $250.
Available at all cash outlets
and online at islandetickets.com.
Don't miss out on the vibe. City 105 Soca Republic Hula Cruise
on the Republic Day holiday,
September 24th.
Aboard the iconic Harbor Master.
Sportsmanship is when an athlete walks off the court and you can't tell if he won or lost because he carries himself with pride either way. This quote is an embodiment of sport, and for me, sport is an embodiment of life. We are where you are.
Welcome back to the Doctor's Journal. Today with us, we have a very special guest, Giovanna Ruiz, who was diagnosed with lupus.
Thank you for agreeing to shed light on this topic. So can you take us through your story of being diagnosed with lupus?
So they say hindsight is 2020. And when I was first diagnosed in 2016, everything made sense. I realized that all of my hours of being fatigued, coming home from school when I was 15, 16 years old and just doing my homework and going back to bed, I had actually been experiencing symptoms from since then. I ignored it, of course, thinking I'm just tired, there's nothing serious. I would get little rashes on my ear, fingertips, toes, and I'm like, oh, these are just allergies, you know, it's nothing serious, you know, and you ignore it and you keep going. Until 2016 when I met my husband. And he said, this is not how a normal person lives. You can't just sleep the day away. So he insisted we go to a dermatologist at the point in time because the rashes were on my face. I was losing hair on my eyebrow where the rashes were. And she said, I think this may be an autoimmune disease. I got scared. I Googled. You don't Google. I Googled and I said, okay, well, I'm not ready to mentally prepare or deal with this right now, because when you Google and you see all the terrible things or there's no cure and all of that, you just, I packed it away. Yeah. However, the months following up, the fatigue got worse, the chronic pain got terrible. I was almost bedridden.
Oh, wow.
So my husband took me up. We got to another doctor, because at this point it was more than just a rash on the face. And that doctor, she also said, hey, I think this is lupus, but I'm referring you to a rheumatologist.
Right.
I need you to go get this blood work done and take it to him. My worst fears confirmed. I had lupus. Right. And it actually got a lot worse when I had to get my biopsy done to confirm what type of lupus, because every time I would go to get that test done, the rash would fade. So I would have to go multiple times, and they're like, well, this is not an active case, so we have to wait until you have another flare. Oh. So it's the stress of waiting to have a flare, to get tested, to confirm what type of lupus it was.
Did you know anything about lupus?
Just what I Googled, which was not good. It was basically just my body fighting the good cells. And it was a lot for one person to take at that young age as well. I had no idea.
How old were you?
So at diagnosed,
right,
yeah. I was 22.
Oh wow, that is young.
Yeah. And from 16, 17 of realizing the symptoms. Oh.
Well, I can imagine how hard that must have been. But for someone living with lupus, what do you think are some of the biggest misconceptions surrounding lupus in our society?
So when you think lupus, you think of the butterfly rash across your face, your nose, your cheek, and that was not what lupus was for me. I did not get the rash across my nose or across my cheeks. So persons looking at me would not automatically think it was lupus.
Yeah.
All right, and another person's that I would have met along the lupus journey, we would go to the clinics and they would tell me about persons thinking that it's a sexually transmitted disease or that it's contagious. Persons wouldn't want to touch other persons with lupus, and it's not contagious, it's not a transmitted disease. It's sometimes an invisible illness as well. Because looking at me right now, you're not going to think that I have lupus, right? Because right now I have no rashes.
You look quite healthy.
Yeah, so it's the days that I can get out that I don't look like I have lupus, but on the days that I'm home, that's when it's debilitating. Those are the days that I do not leave my house. So a bad day really gets depressing. So a bad day is not being able to get out of bed. It is being in so much pain that you cannot move. You cannot take care of yourself or your loved ones if you have responsibilities like that. A bad day for me, or bad period, or worst flare that I've ever experienced was actually a few months ago when I had just started a new job. I had a new baby. My husband got retrenched from his job, and the stress reflected on my body. And I got the most amount of rashes I have ever gotten, which was over 40. I counted because you have nothing to do when you're home. I counted over 40 to the front and to the back.
You're sick and you still have to go to work.
Well, thankfully, I took some time off. And that's something that lupus patients need to give themselves grace.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure our viewers at home, listened and took in all the information you provided. Stay tuned, we have a lot more coming.
Hi everyone, Rana here from the Fitness Center. Look, your body was made to move. Whether it's walking, lifting, or stretching, daily movement is one of the best ways to keep your body healthy and your immune system strong. You don't need a fancy routine. Just a few simple moves a day can make a huge difference. Here are 3 simple exercises to keep your body moving and feeling good. 1. Shoulder rolls. This helps to relieve tension and loosen muscles in your upper body. 2. Weighted squats. This exercise helps to build your lower strength as well as supports your joints and improves balance. Bicep curls are great for strengthening your arms and improving everyday functional movements. Keep your body moving. Stay consistent. Don't forget, your health starts with little habits. See you at the gym.
If you or someone you know is exhibiting symptoms and signs of lupus, it's important to seek medical attention.
We know how scary and frustrating an autoimmune disorder can be, but know that there is help out there. For more on lupus, head over to our social media pages.
Join us next time as we continue to break down medical conditions like this. Stay informed and stay healthy. Take care of you for us.
You're watching CNC3.
Ask the Doctor is brought to you in part by Alive, by Nature's Way, distributed by H&J Enterprises, and XL Health TT, the official supplements of the